I'm RealGenericDemon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 26, Volume 7. We're on to the... Oh, there's 2 tapes to go. Well, there's this one and the next one. We're on to this one. This one's got quite a lot of good ones on it, actually. I'm quite pleased with this one this week. We've got Hydra Fool, we've got Saboteur 2, we've got American Football. I don't know which American Football it is, but we've got one of them. We've got Jailbreak. I like Jailbreak. It's a Konami game. We've got Shadow Skimmer. We've got Cobra. We've got Megabucks, and we've got Storm. I can't quite read that. Bringer again. Stormbringer again. And the next one's got, and the other side's got like Pud and loads of other stuff on it. Look at that, Captain Heli and all kinds of amazing stuff. So that's what we've got, and I think it'll say tape full on there as well. Yeah, this person really liked this. They like to put the words tape full on it. So we're going to give that one a try and see if we can actually get that one to work, and see if we can get to load. But I want to show you again what I've picked up this week. And not a lot this week, not as much as some weeks. So we'll start with the Spectrum stuff, because that's always good. So we've got a NATO alert. I do like these CCS strategy games. Mostly they're in basic, but they're really quite clever. They've got a lot of detail to them. And it's really weird to look at this, though, because most of these countries over here are in NATO now. So these ones are the NATO ones originally. Well, they actually weren't. Some of the I don't think Norway was, were they? But so a lot of these weren't NATO. But if you look at that map now, that entire map is pretty much NATO. So yeah, it's one of those. It's one of the strategy games that you got to sort of play along with by putting bits of pieces. You know, sort of choosing the what's going to happen. So it's a simulation of a non-nuclear war conflict in Europe between NATO and the Warsaw Pact, which pretty much doesn't exist anymore. But anyway, that's the NATO alert. That was quite a cheap one. This next one was a bit more expensive. I've got this already. If you want to look on the channel, you can find this. This is Vampire Killer. This is I think the original release, to be honest with you, or maybe not. Actually, considering that it's $1.99, it probably wasn't the original release. It's probably sort of hand drawn though. Look at that. Look at the Vampire Killer bit on it. Yeah, it's probably hand-drawn, isn't it? It's yeah, Vampire Killer, it's a game that, as I say, it's been on my channel before. There was a prize for finishing it originally on the original version of it. The original version, of course, you can have a look on the channel, but the original version had a prize that went with it. I just really liked it because it was well, it looks kind of cool. It looks kind of cool, and I like the cover, and to be fair, I don't mind Vampire Killer, it's not a bad game. The next one, I don't normally collect this, but there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of football games. This is professional soccer, and this is basically a management simulator. It looks quite good, actually. I've not played this one before, but this is CRL as well, so that's the reason why I picked this one up. It's big tape. And 48K mode only. That's it. And then the big instruction manual. That's the reason I picked that one up. It was CRL, and it looked quite good. What else have we got? Oh, and because I love these, this is a compilation one that I picked up as well, and this is a fantastic compilation. Look at all these games in here. We've got North Star, we've got Archronoid, we've got Deflector, we've got whatever that is, because I can't pronounce it, Blood Brothers, Mask 2, we've got Tour de Force, that one I can't see what it is either, Masters of the Universe, and whatever that one is at the end there. Something Valley, because I can't read it, it's basically too small for me. But anyway, yeah, it's just these were really good back in the day. You got these good value for money, realistically. Hercules, that was one of them. I can't say this one yet. Triaxis. Let's go Traxxas. So yeah, really good value for money. And as I say, when I bought it the other day, I mean, it's got a few stickers on it. Look, somebody's got stickers on it. I really don't want to tear off, because they'll take all the rest of it with, and it was obviously exclusive to Boots. Look, free Gremlin game, and you got your manuals, and you got your 2 deck tapes. That's one that this will probably be available for next season, actually, to be honest with you, because it's such a good looking collection. And then one other thing I got from a Switch, because it was really cheap, and I really like cheap, and I can't help myself, I buy cheap. So this was the Justice League Cosmic Chaos. Think open world, think cartoony sort of graphics. That's kind of what it is. It's very sort of kiddie-like, with lots of fighting and flying and other things. It's actually quite nice because you can fly as Superman in it. And it comes with, and I haven't opened it, but in here He says, this is not a toy, this is a keyring that comes with it. So you get a keyring with it, and it's dirt cheap at the moment if you want to buy that online. It's not bad, it's alright. It's got this guy, that's the main antagonist there, whatever he's called. Mixelicklickloff or something like that, his name is. But yeah, he's a very odd character, but he's one of the main sort of things. It's very much, yeah, it's like Batman Arkham Asylum, but without all the Batman Arkham Asylum bits, i.e. there's not enough Batman in it for my liking. But you can have me Batman, but you can play any one of these three characters throughout the game, sort of at any time. It's pretty good, quite liked it. Anyway, without further ado, let's get this in a tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we'll go down to our favourite, which is basic and low dit. I'm not sure that Hydra Fool wasn't a 128k game, you know, and it feels like it was. Oh, this tape's proper stuck. You know when you? Oh God, this isn't good. Oh, that's a stiff tape. That's not good. That's not good. It's barely moving in the drive. Will you play now? Oh, just. I hope it's not going to damage the drive anyway. Let's give it a go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hydra Fuel was a 128k game, and of course it doesn't loading. Let's just rewind that back a bit, and we'll pop in the other. We'll pop the other tape drive to begin with. Let's just start the way we mean to go on. Let's not mess about with these things. Let's see whether we can get to load. I actually had to rewind the whole thing, which is the reason why I knew it was proper tight. I had to rewind the whole tape because, well, I can't even rewind it. There we go. Try it again. Wow, that's a stiff tape. I had to rewind it because I was on the wrong side. So because it didn't have the number 17 on. You'll see when I do a bit where I put in the tape deck. I gotta go. It's the wrong way around. I realised that I've got the tape's been rewound on the wrong side. It's probably me, actually, to be honest with you, because I did rewind them to begin with. I'm actually quite surprised this is even loading. I've cleaned both tape decks today, actually. I got very excited. I cleaned both the tape decks, the spare one and the backup one, those we're on right now. And that'll count down there. Now, I didn't play Hydra Fool until I played it on, I think it was a Hit Pack 3 it appeared on, which basically had 3 games on it. I can't remember the other 2 games, to be honest with you right now. I quite like Hydra Fool, and you know how I'm a bit of a anti-isometric game? For some reason I liked Hydra Fool, and I don't know why. I think it's maybe because I have a sort of deep love of scuba dive. I don't know whether that's whether that's a thing or not, but that kind of why I kind of like Hydra Fool. FTL, Gargoyle Games. Look at this. There's goggles. I can't remember what he's looking for. I think it's just treasure, to be honest with you. I think that's what he's digging around for, some treasure on some island somewhere or something similar. Oh, and it's stopped. There we go. See, there's the curse. The curse of it all. Right, okay, let's see if I can find it on PlayZX. You can never go wrong with PlayZX if we can't get that one to load. It's a bit of a tight tape, realistically. Probably hasn't moved in years. Well, it won't have moved in years. That's the first time I rewound it the other day, and then, of course, you know, just looked on my phone there as I'm just typing this in. It's like you've got a little money transaction, you know, when your bank thing does something. And I was like looking at it, going, I wonder what the money transaction is. It was actually it was a refund from is it called they're called IBA? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, they're basically a place where you can buy, you know, keys for Steam cheap. Now, I don't normally buy them like that, but I wanted to gift a friend a copy of 2 games, and I knew that if I bought them from one of these places, it would be an awful lot cheaper. We're going to go without the speed lock. We're going to go with the Racket re-release. I didn't even know there was a Racket re-release. Push the play button. Here we go. Yeah, no speed locks on this. This is Racket re-release. Anyway, So I wanted to buy a couple of games for a friend, and I wanted to get a couple of copies for myself as well. So I bought 2 of each, two, and it ended up being, I think, a total of 50p for one of them and about £1.50 for the other. So I was paying like £4 for 4 games, 2 of which I was going to give away. Anyway, I entered these codes and it popped up as a straight away as a duplicate, and at which point you go, oh damn. So I stuck the other one in and it worked, and I stuck another one in and it worked, and then I was like, well, how do I get the other one back? And the instructions seemed a bit complex, so I was like, oh. And it's not, they probably weren't that complex, but the thing is, you've got to do it when it fails, to save time, to take pictures, to take screenshots and send them all off. So anyway, I was like, oh, I'll just buy another copy. So I bought another copy and sent that to my friend as well, who had no problems at all, by the way, adding these codes to his account. Now, I then sort of was asked to do a review, and I did a review. Basically said, it was a bit complex, to send a review thing back, whatever it was. Anyway, they got in contact with me because my Trustpilot review, and came and said, just send us the stuff that we've asked for. Don't, and I'm like, but I can't show you the stuff we've asked for because I bought 2 copies. Look at the receipts, Anyway, they actually got the refund for me because I just sent pictures that showed nothing. And it's insane that was the system that was required, screenshots of nothing, and they could still get my money back. Anyway, I've got a full £2 refund there. So there we go. It's the moral of the story is don't totally disregard the support systems on things. And to be fair, I wouldn't have bought them otherwise. Now I can see why maybe I don't have a copy of Hydrofool. There's another version here. Let's stop that one. This might not go well though. This is the faster than light version. It's just the original version. Doesn't seem to have any speed lock related things on it. We'll just give it a go. We'll see what happens. It's different spell. The Hydrofool's got not so many upper cases in it anyway this time around. But yeah, so moral story is don't totally disregard the support system. However, getting to that support system was required taking a Trustpilot review for them to contact me to tell me that it's a bit nuts realistically. Anyway, how you all been? I hope you're all sitting inside on this lovely sunny day like you're meant to do. With the curtains shut, watching Spectrum games loading on your big telly. That's what I want to see. How you all doing? I'm currently sitting with the sunshine well and truly behind me, while I load Spectrum games because I can't think of anything else better to do than load Spectrum games in my Star Wars 80s style T-shirt as well. It's got the whole gang on it. It's got Luke, it's got Chewbacca, it's got Han Solo, it's got C-3PO, it's got Princess Leia, and it's got R2-D2. Yes. Now they're on some kind of mission, it says. The Steenax Shuffle, apparently. I don't know what a Steenax is, but apparently it shuffles a lot, so that's why they're on a mission to deal with the creature that shuffles. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I'll get it out of the way now for those of you. I know some people don't like Star Wars, but I can let you off, to be honest with you. Don't say too much too loudly, because the Disney deal, it's almost very nearly there for what's on the tape. But I can understand the frustrations with some of the things that are coming out in the studio. But Andor is superb. I don't say that lightly. It's superb. I mean, it is absolutely superb. This first season could have been about 3 episodes shorter, but the second season, it's fabulous. It runs straight into Rogue One, the movie, and I liked Rogue One. It was one of the best Star Wars movies I've seen since Star Wars became part of the Disney franchise. So was that the first one? Was The Force Awakens and then Rogue One? Can't remember which round it came. I think it was Rogue One, wasn't it, first, and then it was The Force Awakens, or was I wrong?
don't think it really matters. Either way, when you watch it all the way through, it joins all together and it's flipping brilliant. There's intrigue, there's thrills, there's emotions, there's building of a soldier in Andor himself, and it is brilliant. And when you rewatch Rogue One after watching the Andor series, it makes it so much more poignant as a sort of a war film, you know, where they lose, you know. The spies lose, the rebellion, the guerrilla warfare that they've been going through. They lose. But yeah, totally worth the time. You know, that really is. So is it Love, Death and Robots, the new series on Netflix? That's worth it as well. Definitely like that. I love those. They're up to 4 volumes now of it. I'm just going to have some of that coffee, that good old coffee. Get some of that in me, hang on. Oh, I love coffee. Anyway, but when you've got, the Love, Death and Robots, that is... It's a combination of that. It's either love, death and robots, or just robots, or death, or love. And do you know what? They are great because they're usually small directors who do various of animation, from CGI to puppetry to even short-storied films with a bit of beautiful CGI attached to it. Honestly, I'll be honest. They are really good. They're really good. They're well worth watching. Some of them are really cracking, and they're just short as well. So there we go. What's D? Heartbreak Hotel. A, Return to Sender. B, Jailhouse Rock. Oh, it's the music. For best Jailhouse Rock. Oh no, that's the level. Sugar. I don't know what my keys are. Yes, I do. Ha! That's my rustometer. Okay, how do we get out? That's left, that's right. Hang on. Right, okay. We're in here. What's that on the floor? Something to pick up on the floor there. We picked up a bubble. Oh, it's oxygen. Jellyfishes things. I didn't realise that was it. So we're in Jailhouse Rock at the moment. I've just got zapped by that. The jellyfish. I quite like this one. I don't know why. Don't ask me why I like this one. Something about it just grabs me. Yeah, space is definitely to grab. The jellyfish keeps attacking me. I think that's more air. Oh, look, there's something there to get. Look. Get off me, jellyfish. How do I get that thing? There's something to collect there, but I can't work out and collect it. Oh, do I go on the top of that? Ah, do I go on top of the bubbles? Yes, you do. You float up on the bubbles. And you float up all the way to the death. Death Bowl Divine. Oh, I've pressed a button. What did I press? K. Hey, return to sender then. Death Bowl. There's something to pick up there right away, look. Oil. That's to stop you rusting, I see. Right, we're in here. I think we've got to go over here and collect these. No, we're not meant to hurt them. I feel like... I feel like I should be able to hit that. Right, okay. So if I get on top of this, I should be able to float higher. Here you go. Aha! But that's no bonus at all for the room that I'm in. Makes no sense. We'll go in this room. There's some things. I think what I like about this one is it's underwater. I've got to think. Maybe it's a thing about underwater. There's a big fish there. No bathing allowed. There's a way out there. Yeah, in here. Ah, there's a big fish coming at me now. Right. Get off me, fish. I'm going to go swim over that way. Quickly. Nope, couldn't do it. I'm crushed into there. Crushed into there? Crashed into there. Oh, blooming fish. Oh, it's got me. Ah! Rustometer's going mad. I'm getting properly smashed for the fish. Oh, that's the thing. I've got to get up there. I'm crashed into that as well again. Can I be on it there? No, that's too far over. Oh, damn. Right, okay, I get it. Right. That fish is just chasing me down now. Ah. Down this way, through there. Let's go down this way. I feel like those bubbles should do something else for you, don't they? Ah, horseshoe for luck. I think I'm dead. I am dead. Gnome's grabbed. Goodies got. Plugs filled. Scrap score. I suppose I got some scrap. Oh, well, that's alright. That wasn't a bad start, really, was it? Hydra Fool. Not a bad start at all. We've now got Saboteur 2. I do like Saboteur 2. I'm a bit of a fan of the old Saboteur. I remember playing Saboteur 2 when I was on holiday during the summer, and I went to old W.H. Smith's again, and bought. I don't know whether it was Sinclair User or your Sinclair. I bought a magazine which had the complete map of the base for Saboteur 2 in it, and I was absolutely delighted. I was like over the moon because, I mean, let's be honest, it's massive, the map. If you think about the scale and the size of the map when you back in the day with the Spectrum game, that was a big map. That was a big map. Just fast forwarding this thing here. And of course, it was also a female protagonist. We had no problems with that back in the day. It wasn't an issue. Male or female, didn't matter, as long as they were kicking people in the face. Just a damn good story. More of the same, more like Saboteur 1, which of course is an absolute corker of a game. A beast of a game. Nope. That's not going to be that. Let's see if this is the one. Yeah, Saboteur 1, love that game. Absolutely love it. Love Saboteur 2 too, as well. And of course, Clive Townsend is still banging them out to this day. There are new versions of these things all the time. Come on. Nah, I think that's it there. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I think that's it there, but it's just not working. Yeah, he's still banging them out. Versions of this game to this day is still getting banged out. It is really good. You can get them on GOG, quite a lot of them. I don't know if you can get them on Steam. I don't know if he's a Steam personage. Some people don't like Steam. But I think GOG takes the same kind of cut, don't they? I believe they do. Saboteur. No, not fabulous. You love it when phones do that. Yeah, okay. But don't... Nah. How are we spelling it? Got it here. Got it here. Got the spelling. Saboteur 2. We've got Saboteur 1. There's 2. Avenging Angel. Ooh! 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 We got the 128k version. We're going to go for that. 128k version. Wow. Avenging Angel. I'm not sure she was avenging in the first one. It was just about getting some codes and then blowing the place up and then escaping, wasn't it? That was the thing. But you could just finish it in so many simple ways. One of which was just to literally land, kick a few people in the face, and then go all the way up and get in the helicopter and escape. And that was you done. That was the mission over. I think that's hilarious in so many ways. I love the way this one starts. So the first one, you came in a little boat, and this one, you literally come on a hang glider, and you jump off the hang glider and you land somewhere on the base, which meant there's a sort of element of risk involved in the whole thing about where you landed and how much how far you were inside the base. Remember Glider Rider? That's a great game. I like that one. Hard to play, but good. There she is. Very bold lady. Actually might be a map of it, on the screen, right there. I haven't seen this for years, I definitely didn't play the 128k version back in the day. Nope, that did not happen because I didn't have 120k for a start off. I had an old rubber key specky. Probably one of the early... Well, no, it wouldn't be the early ones. I got it in 1983 as a kid. So it probably wasn't the same. Oh, drink is good. Still haven't got that contract though, Doweg, but it's very slow with that. Interestingly enough, though, I did get an offer via my channel the other day. I get a few things through. I sometimes play the games that people send me. I think I put up this week a game called Puss, which is an absolutely mental puzzle game, and I like it because it's mental. It's like got cats in it. It's got puzzle elements. It's got a weird techno music, and it feels like Lawnmower Man, but with cats. So I kind of put that one up this week. But what else what did I put it up this week? Oh, hang on a minute. This is where I'm going to check whether I actually put that one up. Yes, I did. I went with Puss this week, so yeah, went with that one this week. But kind of mental. I like these crazy games. I like strange things. I like experimental stuff, actually. I think that's what I like, quite experimental things. I think it's because I grew up in a generation of experimental games for the most part. They were all somebody's experiment in gaming. Does this gameplay work? Does this loop work? Is this the kind of thing you want to continue playing? So yeah, I kind of grew up with that kind of thing. Anyway, what's I talking about? I've completely lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh, I ain't getting old. Once you pass 50 sometimes. It's why, do you know what though? This is why this is as a hobby for me is actually really good, because it kind of keeps my brain ticking over and keeps me thinking about things that I like and sort of that I enjoyed and a little bit of nostalgia, some of the nice times of life. Well, I don't have a nice time most of the time. It's just that some of these are nice things, because when you're a kid, nothing really matters, does it? It's just whether you're playing computer games or not, or whether you're playing in the sun or the mud. So that's the kind of that's kind of the nature of watching a Spectrum game loading on a computer in 2025. Who would have thought it? I bet if he told Sir Clive that people were still playing Spectrum games in 2025, he'd be very, very chuffed. Actually, I bet he was. I mean, he didn't die that long ago, did he? I mean, I bet he was quite pleased that people were still busily creating games on a system. Well, I don't know if he'd like the game element of it, but it's certainly people on the system after many, many years of the whole thing. Yeah, cool. Nakatomi Plaza, that's what that... Not kidding. That's what I was talking about. I remember now. Talking about this, the deal with the coffee company, it's just never happened. But yes, that was it. And the other thing was that I got something through on my email from a group representing, of all people, Konami. Yeah, I know. I'm probably breaking all protocol here because there's no way that they'll really want my channel doing what they want somebody to do. And the adverts are up there, so you can see them. Not anything hidden away. But Konami are going to be re-releasing a whole batch of games, including Salamander and Nemesis and many other, the whole sort of collection, the whole Gradius collection, shortly. And they're basically looking for people to promote it, and they're asking me how much it costs for my time and how much how much to record this and how many people that contact, how many people watch your channel. And I'm like, what, 3 of you and a goat named Billy? It's a yeah, there's not a lot of people following it. So I kind of think that they really don't want to. They don't really need me. I'll be honest. Left. Fire. That is cool. There's the music. Bashing away in the background. S to start. Mission 1. Kill all the guards, escape the building via the tunnels through the... I forgot about the motorcycle. Yeah, it's on the front cover, isn't it? So here we go. She's attached to the hang glider. And at some point you have to push the button to let the jump off the hang glider. So I'm going to wait for the third screen. For some reason, the third screen, in my mind, is meant to be the correct screen that we're meant to jump off. I think. We'll find out shortly. Look at these graphics. Look at that. She's gonna get killed. I'm gonna get killed before I get out of the bloody room. I am gonna get killed before I get out of the room. Oh, I'm gonna fall down here. Am I gonna die? No, but why do they look like spacemen? I never noticed. Yeah, I did die from the fall. Yeah, why do they look like spacemen? I'd forgot they look like spacemen. Look, it's Clive. Okay, let's do it again. I'm going to drop off here because this is probably really close to the level. Start. Okay, climb down here. Oh, come on, kick him in the face. Oh, no. No. Run. I'm dead already. I'm rubbish at this. I've forgotten all the moves. I should just practice the moves to begin with. Let's do that again. Let's try practicing the moves. Right, I'm going to wait for second screen this time round. The first 2 screens. The first and the third have been rubbish for me. Second screen. Second screen. I used to be really good at this back at... Oh, it's actually just going to drop me straight on this dude's head. Look. He can chase me all he likes. Oh, God. Come on, kick him. Oh, got him. Right. How do I get up there? There we go. Flying jump. I just stand here still for a second. I'll get my health back. Have I killed him? I hope I've killed him because I don't want to be killed by anybody else. Oh, box. There's a lead pipe in there. Take the lead pipe. Oh, there's a knife as well. I'll take the knife. Right. So that actually got me nowhere towards the inside of the building. Which is rubbish. No. I am going to have to drop off here, but we're going to have to do it sensibly. Very sensibly indeed. You ready? Ninja drop. Oh, he's gone anyway. I'll climb down here. I made some point. I made $220 for smacking a man in the face. That's punch. What's the... That's jump. Yeah. Watch out for the man with running around. There's another crate up there. Yeah, he won't get me up here. Ah! Held a question mark. Does not. What does it do? Oh, the ticker tape. Ah, that's what it is. So the ticker tape's for the machine. This is how old this game is. We don't have floppy disks in this one. It has a ticker tape. Oh. Run away. No good. Run back. Yee! Oh no, flamethrower! Oh, almost dead. He was harsh. Yeah, I'll just stay here for a second. Just stay here and relax. Get my energy back up a bit. Right, not relax that long. Let's go. Super jump. Behind the crates. Clever use of the... to avoid the colour clash by putting them in foreground and a background. I'm going to go up. I am rubbish though. Oh, that's a wall. Couldn't tell that was a wall, you know. Well, can now. There's all that horrible sunlight on it. Don't do that. Gonna keep going down. There's a motorcycle on the bottom floor apparently that I can get out on. I need some motorcycle action. That's jump again. I think I just managed to jump his knife there. He's right behind me. Going down. Going down. Avoid them all. Ah, console. Lift is up, lift is down. Left is down. Oh, that's right. They had cougars in this one, didn't they, or something similar? Oh, my load of points there. Did that because I kicked a cougar in the head? Failure. Oh well. Let's move on. Let's move on. See how so excited I was about that? It's like, yeah, I've died. I'm alright. I've died. So rubbish. Let's go for it. What we got next? We have got American football. I don't know if this is going to load, but we'll give it a try anyway. We're not doing too well off the tape. At least we've got some of the names to pop up, which is more than we sometimes get from these things. But sometimes they're just a bit bad. Nice to play the 128k version of Saboteur though. I haven't done that in a while. Bit tired recently. A bit tired. It's going to be. Was a little bit of a sleepless night last night. Probably mostly self-inflicted. We got pizza last night, and I know I shouldn't have it, but I love them anyway. As I got jalapenos on it, and that's been a bit of a. It's been a bit burning. It's burning on the way in and burning on the way out. So yeah, I've got to admit, I'm not a big fan of the. I love them, but I don't like the result. Let's fast forward through this. A little bit of tape action going on. Gotta love a bit of tape action. Here we go. Oh. That's not very good, that. Let's see if this works now. So well, that's Saboteur, so this is definitely the start of the next one. If this doesn't work, we'll find American football in the old PlayZX. No, not going to work. I can tell you now, it's not going to work. It's not even worth trying to carry on. American football. American pool. American football. Let's try... That looks like one of them. They all look like the same thing, so there's one there. Let's give this one a go. Mind Games, this one. No, I quite... The funny thing about American football, I don't know about anybody else, is if you're old enough to remember, once upon a time, well, when I was born anyway, there was 3 channels. There was BBC One, there was BBC Two, and there was ITV. And in some time, I think it was in the 80s, Channel 4 was born, and Channel 4 had very much a lack of programming. Do you remember when it used to start at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon? That was it coming on, and it was only on for like 4 or 5 hours, and then it was off again. And it used to play things like the Munsters, and I don't think it did. Don't think it did the Addams Family. I think the BBC had that, but it used to play the Munsters. It used to play a lot of Americanisms. It's where Friends started, to be honest with you, on terrestrial telly before Sky came and bought it because, well, it was a bloody great hit in the UK. So I think it was a hit everywhere, actually, to be honest with you. But that's where it started from. That was the channel that got some of that kind of stuff. And it was good. It was a reasonable channel. But one of the things it did have, which other channels don't, and we still don't, and we don't see as much of it as we used to. In fact, on the UK terrestrial telly, you used to see it. You used to see American football, and as a result, I used to watch American football. I used to enjoy watching American football on Channel 4 because, well, it was one of the few other different things. I wasn't a big sport fan, but there was something about these silly people smashing their heads together that kind of drew my attention. So I remember it, and I think it's because it's so brightly coloured as well. If you watch American football, it's all like bright helmets and bright jerseys and stuff like that. It's very brightly coloured, sort of flamboyant and stupidly over the top sports. And I think that for me was the reason why you watched it, and you watched it on Channel 4. Channel 4 was the place to watch American football once upon a time, and then slowly as time went on, was it the 90s we got Channel 5, but not everybody could have Channel 5 because you couldn't tune it in because your telly wasn't in the right so some people had Channel 5 and some people didn't have Channel 5, and of course Channel 5 was just dross. Realistically, it really was. I think it probably still is just dross. But at the time it was just dross. I mean, I remember tuning televisions in, walking over and pushing the on-off switches and things like that, and the switches to change the channels as well. And those channel switches were based on how you tuned those buttons inside. Like you used to tune your radio in your car. And it was like you're pushing it, and it was literally moving it to that channel to find that radio frequency, or that produced your television, or the high, the very high frequency that produced your television. It was amazing, realistically. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was saying that he did something amazing the other day. His daughter was struggling. She was like, I can't turn the television off. I can't find the remote, Dad. And he went over to the telly and blew her mind by pushing the off switch. Because that's how tellies work. There are actually on-off switches still on modern-day tellies. They're usually in the centre of the telly, in a as a little joystick or whatever else is. But also you push up on it and it turns the telly off. It's insane to think that though we live in an age where the remote control runs the entire telly, but there are still buttons on certain tellies to change them. I always thought it was always a bad design in a strange sort of way. There wasn't easier ways to access the television itself after a certain point, but I have an old CRT monitor, a television, with a VHS in it, and I got this at a charity shop for a whole £10, and it came with the remote control. And I was thinking to myself, it's a telly from, I think, 2009. So even in 2009, they must have been still making CRTs. It might be a bit earlier. It might have been 2004 actually, but either way, that means that still almost 20 years ago they were still making CRTs. But even at that point, they were starting to move towards that full, you've got to have a remote control to get the whole thing to work. Thankfully, this one actually has a little flip down on the front of it that allows you to change the sort of button channels and other bits and pieces on it, which is kind of cool. But you're not going to be able to play any of the do I want instructions? Probably. Your role as a team coach. Team coach. Right, okay. Offensive place, pocket, right, sweep, punt. Yeah. One versus spectrum. Right, okay. Spectrum team. Let's call them the losers to save time. It's not going to happen. They're not going to be the losers, but they probably won't be. Your team, Demon. Should call ourselves the winners. Yeah. So as I say, it was. I'm going to go with heads for the toss of the coin and chooses heads. And a win you will receive, which means I get to run the first part of it. But it is amazing. Even that little telly still has it. There we go. So we've made. How far did we make it? And run back. Right. Okay. Oh God! I didn't take note, did I? A-T? A-P? Oh. Oh, I've got to know the plays. I'm an idiot. Can I press break? No. So you got to choose. I actually quite like the idea. Do you want instructions? Yes. All right. Okay. What buttons did I miss here? Right. Offensive. I should have done OP or PO. Press and break takes you back to the beginning. Right. Okay. We're not going to play on with that one, but you get the general gist anyway. You get to manage the team. Quite like that. There's a version of it. Oh, what's it called? I can see the box. Hang on. It's Techno's game. Hang on a second. Just there. Hang on. I'm coming. Running all the way. What's it called? That's exactly what I thought it was called. I'm coming back. Running all the way. I'm on the way. I'm coming back. I'm exhausted now. There's a long way to go. Right. Okay. The game. Oh, sorry, not the game. The name of the. I wonder if there's a. I'm now jumping ahead here. Jailbreak, I'm thinking here. But anyway, the game that I used to quite like was one called Cyberball, where you kind of played the some of the characters, but you're basically robots playing American football. I always quite liked Cyberball. I also like Madden, to be honest with you, on the Mega Drive. I was quite a fan of those kind of games. I think I did, as I say, I feel like I was brought up with that to some extent. I do. I feel like I was brought up with that. I never finished the Konami story, did I? Or did I? Yeah, basically they want me to do something, and I can't. I'm not really in a position to do something on a hobbyist channel. But it's quite nice to be asked. They wanted people who did shoot 'em ups, Retrogaming, and what was the other one? I can't remember. But it was like, how much for your time and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, you honestly, you've got the wrong channel here. You have the wrong man for the job. It's interesting though, because I kind of had to reply by today that you're watching this to say or latest tomorrow, and then I was gonna then I had to submit a script. This is what you get if you're being sort of groomed for this. You have to submit a script, and then once you submit the script, they have to validate your script and make sure they're happy with what you're saying. I hate that. I prefer these people who are genuinely honest about the games that they're doing. So I don't do that. When I get games that I'm given for free, as long as I'm happy I won't actually put them up if I don't like them for a start off. That's the one thing I kind of said in my head. I'd rather not upset somebody who thinks that their game's brilliant. I'd rather it just sat and never got published or put up. But if the game is good, I will actually genuinely play it, and I'll give a really honest review of the fact that it's been good, the fact that there's a whole script process. There's like a months-long script process just to get the blooming thing to work. It's just nuts. It's just nuts. I have cheated, by the way. I've just gone for PlayZX here because so far this tape's been pretty crappy. So I am not even gonna. I think I'm just gonna keep going via the PlayZX because we know what the playlist is, to be honest with you. But yeah. I'll be honest. I don't believe in that process. I think that process is bad because you don't get a genuine view of it. Funnily enough, though, assuming Konami did a good job of those games, then you wouldn't have a problem with it at all. I wouldn't. Would you? This game, by the way, is renowned for being very, very tough, and it is. And even the arcade version is horrendously tough. But I like it. I like it because in the original Spectrum version of it, it came in a cardboard box. Beautiful cardboard box. So did quite a lot of Konami games actually came but in a slightly odd shaped cardboard box. So we're talking about the size that you got with something like Ultimate Play the Game. No, these were different size cardboard boxes. They were great. They were great. Yes, coffee. Still got a little bit left. To be fair, in this weather, I could just put it on the windowsill and warm right up nicely. Not going to get a skin on this. So, have you seen the 20p arcade challenge? I mean, I don't know if you've been keeping up on this. If you're a member of the Retrotech 100 Facebook group, it's a place where some people hang out. It's not quite Cheers, if that makes sense, but it's not far off. It's my version of it. I'm probably Norm. But the point is that it's a nice place, and we play an arcade challenge, and we've been playing a 20p arcade challenge. Would you believe this? For 7 years, 3 months, and 18 days. That's how long we've been playing the 20p arcade challenge for before Facebook's stupid algorithm, because they don't like you. Once upon a time, they used to let you write documents on it. They don't like you doing that. It's all called legacy stuff now. So occasionally we've lost the score table. Occasionally we've lost the record of previously played games. All those things disappeared the other day again for an extended period of time. They are back now, funnily enough. But it seemed like the right time to sort of not wipe the slate clean, but just to start again and put a new scoring system in. So now there's a scoring system for that basically takes into account the number of players, so the more players there are, the bigger the scores at the end of it all, and a scoring system that takes into account stamina. So if you play in every single game and somebody else doesn't, who's won some of the bigger, scoring ones, there's a chance that your score will be closer to theirs. So the points will be very similar in the whole thing. We're going to run for a year because we've got stamina. We'll with a Premiership League in the arcade challenge, I think personally, but we're like the Premier League of that. So we've done what Nintendo did. We put the word Super in front of it. Now it's a Super 20p arcade challenge. The rules have been sorted. The scoring system's been sorted. So 3 players, it's 3 points for last place, 6 points increments of 3. For second place, and first place would score 9 points. If there was more players, for instance 4 players, 12 points would be the top score, with 3 still being the bottom. There are points just for being involved, and there's even a point for being disqualified, so you're not even going to lose out if you've been disqualified because the game didn't run correctly. I, over time, have disqualified myself for the game not running correctly, or people not having the right ROMs. Freedom, no matter what the cost. Yeah, I've got to kill everybody with freedom. It does a bit of voice, so we'll leave it running for a second. But 20p arcade challenge, we've reset all the previously played games for this year, so that's all been reset as well. And most importantly, I have actually got a trophy which I'll be sending out at the end of the season to the person with the most points. You can't ask for more than that, can you? I mean, that's really nice. It's a little gamer's trophy. Yeah, if you go on the Retrotech page, it'll be there. I might even put it onto my sort of community thing on YouTube. In fact, I will, because it's important that people see this. But we literally have made the choice to actually go with a prize as well at the end, and there'll be a prize for the next year and a prize for the next year if it keeps on going. I mean, to be fair, 7 years. 3 months and 18 days the previous one ran for. Let's just, you know, that's amazing. It's amazing. It's great. It's great. Any key to begin? Right. What's up and down? It's one of these ones where I'm not going to remember what's up and down is. I've got it. There, she saved her. Is it space to fire the weapon? The big weapon you've got. Damn. It's really tough. Oh my god. Dead already. Yeah, it's mind-numbingly tough. I'm shutter innocent. Damn you. They can hit you on any level with these things as well, which is even worse. Just keep shooting this way. Oh, what's the bomb button? Must be a bomb button. That's not fair. I shot the guy there. Oh, he's got me because I walked into his level of his height. It's ridiculous. Yep. It continues to be notoriously tough. Ah, that's the bazooka. Spacebar does change it. There we go through the middle. Oh, I think I've got the flamethrower now. Now I've got the bottle throwing weapon. Gas one, sorry, will you? Oh my god, I've got the gas one finally. Did alright actually there. Love this game. I don't know why. It's not even that. It's probably there are better games out there, but there's something about it. I think it fits the arcade thing that I like. I like the way they've just run along with balls and chains with a machine gun, because like that's what happens. I need to get the weapon at the beginning. There she is. I need this because oh damn you. Shot me in the head. Oh, he's got me. You're stuffed in this game because you can't walk at an angle either. If that guy comes up behind you, you've had it. Oh my god, I've got a high score with that as well. That's ridiculous. I quite like that one. Quite like that one. Not to be underrated, that one, to be honest with you. What we got next? Shadow Skimmer. Oh, this is a shoot 'em up. This is a shoot 'em up. I like this one. Let's see if we can find it on PlayZX. I mean, as I say, I'm giving up now. I've given up playing them. Let's just do the loads from here. I don't know if I said before though. This is these were kindly gifted to me by a chap called OnyxBox. Details and description below. But yeah, I think that the general gist was that they were going to sort of be gone. And I'm glad they aren't, because we've had fun with them. We always do. We always have fun with these things. We always have fun with these games. I've got so many tons of them. I've picked up boxes, loads of them still as well. I mean, I know this may be a bit upsetting for you all to know this, but I think we've only got about 22 years worth left. I know. I can't help that. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. 22 years is no time at all, realistically. We'll soon fly through those. I mean, to be fair, if we played the 20p arcade challenge for 7 years, 3 months and 18 days, and not that we actually need to know about that number of days, there's a good chance, you know, there's a good chance that this has been going almost as long. It's almost 10 years, probably. Loaded it. Push the button. Right. Get the re-release on. The original one. Of these Edge ones. I love Edge games. But but they have a bit of a reputation of having those turbo loaders on them, and then you just can't get them to work. I've got there's a couple of them that I got not too long ago. I can't remember its name. Starts with a PY something. Sort of. Anyway, I got it, and I was delighted. I was like, I'm gonna play this, and then the turbo loader kicked in, and I was like, oh no, like that. We're never playing this game. That's the answer to the question. We're never going to play this one. We're going to play it if we get the right version of it. Oops. A little cough in there. This might work. It's the Spanish version, but looking at the size of the loader, I'm going to say no. And looking at the fact that it went with SS to begin with, the Shadow Skimmer, I feel maybe not. Here we go. We're going to turbo load shortly, are we? Maybe. There you go. Turbo load. Nope, not going to happen, peoples. I have got this on my channel. I don't know how I think I've got this on. Have I got this on channel? Oh, might do, might not do. Thinking about it. Oh, we've got a classic coming up now, though. Absolute classic. This one. I've just realised. I didn't realise it was that one, because there's one called Cobra Strike Force, right? But this is not Cobra Strike Force. This is Cobra. This is Cobra Stallone, right? This was a game that was created in isolation without ever seeing the movie. It's true. I think they had the names of the people in it, but nothing else, because it isn't the Night Stalker or something like that, or the Murder Stalker or something similar as the person he's chasing down. And you know what else? I'm pretty convinced that Cobra is a Christmas movie as well. I think it's set in LA at Christmas. Pretty sure that is the case. You have to check, but I'm pretty sure this is a Christmas movie. This is a Christmas game. This game with the ducks as your lives. This is and then jumping around the levels and then clearing people down and then collecting the weapons to destroy people and hoping you can get to things, using your head to headbutt people to begin with. Flipping brilliant. Huh? The brilliant game, this one. I loved it. Cover was excellent as well. It's obviously straight from the movie cover. Crime is disease, he's the cure. Good old Stallone. Look at that machine gun in his hand. Those are the days as well when everybody had machine pistol. They were all submachine guns. You know, where Arnie went to that store and went, Uzi 9mm. I think that's exactly. I think I got the tone there. Uzi 9mm. And he also asked for a phase one rifle and with a certain range, but the guy was like, "Only what you see, pal." And Arnie's like, Uzi 9mm. Yeah, brilliant. Well, Stallone never suffered with the Uzi 9mm problem, of course. He'd got whatever the hell that stupid thing is. I mean, they're utterly useless, realistically. They're for close quarters and spray and play type things. They're not a serious. They're not a serious thing. They're a gangster gun. They don't aim. They don't have range. They're for spraying everywhere, realistically, doing as much sort of damage in a localized area than anything else. Featured heavily in Ali G's movie. I saw Mork and Mindy the other day, the TV series. Remember that? I was watching. I've seen it before, obviously back in the day when it was. Well, it was out in the '60s, I think, wasn't it? But I used to see it again on Channel 4. It was on there. I'd forgotten about that. And, all the old Nanu, and Mork come in and all this kind of stuff. What was he meant to be doing on Earth anyway? Was he meant to be assessing it for destruction or something like that? I've told you to watch Love, Death and Robots, haven't I? Definitely watch that series. You'll enjoy that. I really, honestly, I there are such good combinations there. They're one of these things where you can rewatch them and really enjoy them. I think it was last season. There was a really excellent episode about some kind of space hive, and it was really clever and well thought out. And I don't want to spoil any of them because they've almost always got a beautiful twist in the story, or something, or there's something strange. They remind me of the movies, the ABCs of Murders. There's 2 movies like that, and basically people were given the letter A to Z, basically, and you're given Z for, you know, whatever it is for, and then you worked out that was the way that the death was. It was horror movies, by the way, the ABC movies, or ABC of Death, should I say. But they're really clever. Some of them are like animatronics, some of them are claymation, some of them are just animation, some of them are live action, and it's really clever stuff. It really is. I love this. It's all Joffrey Smith again, of course, because he puts his name backwards at the bottom there. Jonathan Smith passed away, I think quite young as well, sadly, for the poor man. I love that music. Yeah, I love the and attack is, of course, murder. Up, down, left, right, fire, and H to hold. Push me. It's like Rocky, but not Rocky. And you got to pick up burgers, and the burgers are the weapons. Let's get these. Bugger. I'm trying to get to that one. I'm sure this one's... Get off me! Score. Spelt badly. How do I get up to that one? I can't remember how you get up to the burger. Is it not there? There. She's got me again. I'm trying to get to the burgers. The burgers are weapons, and I don't know why the burgers are weapons. As I say, nobody knew what they were building with this game. It was one of those games where they just didn't know what they were actually building, but it's good. It's like Rocky. And then they went, oh, don't headbutt missiles. That's not a good idea. And then when the buggies hurt you but don't kill you, the baby buggies this is. There's a burger. Stab me, stab me, stab me. And I lost it because I got hurt. Yeah, strangely. And then up here. What's this burger? It's gone. Lost it again. It's no good. Oh my god. What's up here? He stabbed me. Oh! What a game. Madness, this game. Totally maddening as well. Oh, missiles as well. Gotta try again. Gotta try again. I gotta do better than that. I've got to actually fire a weapon. It would be nice. Can I get my name in? Oh look, I got the old Moscow star there. The Soviet Union thing. That was a thing back in the day. Your arcade game would come with a Soviet thing in it. I don't know whether they thought it was cool or not. I guess they did at the time. The morgue. Yeah. Right. I remember thinking at the time when I was a kid, this is horrendously hard. And not hating it, but literally like, this is a hard game. The duck goes down as like a timer. And yeah, kill the... Oh, she got to save her as well, that lady. Don't remember why. But she's to be saved. Oh, that's right, you got to save her, don't you? I can't remember why she has to be saved, though. Why does she have to be saved? Been shot by that missile. Been stabbed. Get this burger here. Yeah. I'm invincible now. For a bit. I think I can just they run into me and they get killed instantaneously. Right. I don't know why I've got to help her. There's something about her that I've got to help. Oh, got the good gun now. Where is everybody? It's like a machine gun look with the laser blast, like laser sight in it. Have I ever got to take her? Or I just got to collect all the weapons or something? Maybe just got to collect all the weapons now? Not sure what I was meant to do with her. I love the graphics though. I can see that Stallone, can you not? Not knives now. And that's it. Finish the level. Because I killed everything on there and you get to the next level. After you rescue her. I know, it's very weird. More burgers. Yep. Hey, you got to level 2 anyway. The rarity for me. Headbutting. Okay, let's keep going. Oh no! Oh! Blooming baby carriages. Ah! Into the missile! Well, I got a good game under. Game under. Did quite well there, actually, though. I'll be honest, did better than I thought I was going to do. Get my name in, look. Here we go. Put my name in the score table again. There's one. There's my spelling. Let's go that way. And there we go. That was quite good. I quite enjoyed that. It's been 8 years since I played that one, to be honest with you. It feels like years anyway. What we got next? I can't see that. What is this? It's a strange one. Mega Books. Oh, this is, if I remember rightly, this is a game that was re-released on the Firebird range, the old British Telecom range. But these guys were all so mad, weren't they? They didn't realise the gaming industry is worth so much money nowadays, and yet things like British Telecom couldn't get their finger out with it. You know, what's it called? Megabooks. You know, it just didn't have the sticking power. You know, WH Smiths didn't. It just galls me to this day that, you know, with the sort of British gaming industry, although very powerful and strong still to this day, could have been it, if that makes sense. It would have been the AAA title. Companies would not be US based. They wouldn't be EA and things like that. They would be, well, UK. That would be it. You wouldn't be talking about that. But then, because this is the fault with the. This is a funny one. This is a fault of stock markets and other things. So, just recently, if you've not watched the news, you've got Deliveroo being purchased by DoorDash, which is the American equivalent of Deliveroo. They started exactly the same time, but because of the way the American stock market works in comparison to the British or the UK or the London Stock Exchange, if you want to be correct, the way that the stock markets work and the valuations. I guess the British one is more conservative with its view on what a company's worth. So Deliveroo basically can borrow money against the value of its company so that it can expand it, which is what a lot of companies do when they get to a certain huge size. They don't do it based on what they earn, they're based on what their future earnings would be. I know, it sounds crazy, so they're gambling on their future. But it works, it's a gamble, and a lot of businesses do it. It's risky, but it does it. Deliveroo was probably worth 5 or 6 times its original value when it first hit the stock market. So it increased in value 5 or 6 times. DoorDash, which started exactly the same time, and listen, we're not talking about captive markets here or anything like that. This is, generally, if you look at the profits and all the other stuff, they're very similar in the sense of whatever else is. DoorDash, because of the way the American market had worked, it increased by 20 to 25%. So they were gambling more on DoorDash. So the company Deliveroo, a British company, basically gave in and sold itself to Deliveroo to DoorDash in a way to try and allow it to expand its market in the UK. Thus, the money goes over the pond to the other side. It's a bit like what happened with ARM. We even the guy who was part of the original thing. Can't remember, it's Hauser, isn't it? His name, I think, the German chap. Or Austrian, or was he German? Can't remember. Anyway, that he originally he said when they allowed it to be sold, it was the biggest loss for the UK ever. Losing the ARM element off the British stock market and its development within the UK in the same sort of way was dreadful. It was a mistake, and since then it's been sold around like a used flipping tissue to all kinds of people. I think the last people who had it were Nvidia, and I think they flogged it to somebody else because they weren't allowed to keep it because of anti-competitive reasons. If they had ARM and they had those Nvidia chips, there would be a problem. But it got sold around, and this is so. This is the major issue here. The gambles made in the United Kingdom over the gambles being made over the abroad mean that you've got this situation going on. I'm all for, if you want, I'm all for sort of people buying and selling things. And I remember back in the day when I was writing computer programs early on, I always dreamt of that day that Microsoft would come along and offer me stupid amounts of money where I'd never have to work again and they could have my blooming code. By the way, it never happened. I never developed anything like what they did, apart from the fact that I've probably got the historic code for equivalent of Google Maps, where you go Street View. I had a variation of that years ago, and it's on a disk somewhere, which should really have. I should sue, shouldn't I? I should sue Google for billions. But the point is that once upon a time I dreamt about doing that. I don't dream about doing that. What I dream about now is retaining jobs for everybody, making sure realism is the key here. By the way, it's not socialism. It's not capitalism. It's realism. So ignore the politics of of any politics that you might think I may have or otherwise. I just feel realism is the thing. Children shouldn't starve. And people should be able to retire when they get to a certain age. Healthcare should be free for all, and it's that kind of thing. And it's realism, honestly. And if that means you have to pay tax, you pay tax. But in the case of something like Deliveroo and DoorDash, you just wonder, you'd have been better with the Deliveroo still paying tax in the UK than it becoming a tax body of the US. Sad but true. Right, Professor Maximilian, a good name, Brainbox the third, has left you part of his huge $1 billion fortune. To get this, you must obey his will within 24 hours, or you will get nothing. Controls. Can I define the keys? Or define keys? How do I define the keys? Well, D to define. Okay. Oh, I didn't see the keys, did you? Oh, I did. They were symbol shifting something, weren't they? Was it M? Ah, right, there we go. Up, down, left, right, fire. Perfect. I don't know. Right, here we go. Oh, cool. Ah, pick up. You've now got a crystal. Cool. I thought this is not what I was expecting. I'm not expecting this at all. What's this? Do I have a read? Some notes. The professor's notes become clear automatically. There's a spectrum tape. There's a tape recorder there. You've got a tape recorder. Save and load options. Right, okay. Looks like everyone's a Wally, doesn't it? Alright, here's his home. You're carrying the following. This is a wreath. Can I pick that up? Right, I picked up a wreath now. Not sure what we're doing with this. Do you know what? If I got back in the day, though, I'd been probably quite impressed. The teddy bear's head. Deadly gas is released. Okay. I survived a little bit of time. Oh, look, there's the house. There's the drawing of it. I'd be drawing that down right now. Let's try that again, because I'm going to go the other way. Ugh. There's a deadly plant there. Look, that's going to eat me. Watch. You've been eaten by a plant. I kind of like this. That looks good. It looks quite good. You're not sure what you're doing entirely, but as I say, back in the day, I'd have taken the time to have the bird sniffing my behind. I'd have taken the time to learn how this would work. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like it. What do you think? Good one? Bad one? Wouldn't have been bad if you got that on a budget title, really. And it's Stormbringer. Is that really Stormbringer again? Or is it Storm something or other? I think it's something else. It is Stormbringer, but we had that last week. I don't want Stormbringer again. Let's put something else on. Let's do something else. I'm going to type the word Storm and see what comes up. Let's go for that. I don't fancy Stormbringer. We played it the other week. That's the nighttime game. So they're really good though. Storm. Enter. There is a game called Mastertronics game called Storm. I don't even know what that is. I feel like I should know what it is. Stormlord as well. That's a classic. I tell you what. As much as I want to do, I want to do the. I know I've never played the game Storm. Let's play Storm. Stormbringer is brilliant though. That's the. Well, I can't remember his name. What's his name? The guy that does Storm. Same guy does Cybernoid and Exelon and Cybernoid 2. Oh, Raffaella something or other. So cool. Oh, I'm rubbish with names. I really am. I should know better. I mean, my own name's quite long, but I can't. I'm just really bad with it. I'm not even going to apologise. I'm just crap. I don't know what Storm is. Do you know what Storm was from Mastertronic? Storm from Mastertronic? I don't even. They didn't do educational things. They just did. Yeah. I'm quite excited to see what the screen does when it loads up. Come on. Let's be having you. Oh, that's the one I was talking about. You know what I was talking about the other week about a game called Storm with the top-down view. This is the game I was talking about. This is the sort of gauntlet-style game from the top-down view. This is the one I kept meaning. This is the one I was talking about with a great big muscly fella at the front searching a princess, because that's what they did back in the 80s. And it was cool, sort of barbarian-esque, you know, sort of Conan and Conan the Destroyer and Conan the Barbarian, which, by the way, are almost like two separate movies if you watch them. They're really weird, that. It's like Every Which Way Lose and Every Which Way You Turn. They're two different movies, Clint Eastwood movies, about the same sort of style, same sort of thing. I don't know how they got away with that back in the day. It was almost the same movie, but different. One where he was going to a championship fight, one where he was fighting his way across. It's just weird. It's very weird. It's one of the first times I saw Beverly D'Angelo. She appeared in Every Which Way But Loose, I think. And she was a character called Echo. And the joke was always, she'd say, "What's your name?" And she would say Echo. And they'd go, "Pardon?" You know, like, because it was Echo. And then she'd say Echo. Yeah? No. I know. Jokes sometimes date badly. They really do. No, but this is the game I was talking about the other day. I was quite surprised when it was Stormbringer. I like Stormbringer, but I think I literally just had it last week. I'm not doing it again. We got next week. We got all kinds of Pud, lots of cars, all kinds of things. Riddler's Den, Cluedo, Leaderboard, Frostbite, Harrier 2. My God, there's so many good things on there. Master of Magic. Was it Master of Magic? It was heavy on the magic, wasn't it? We loved it. If you're old enough to remember all this kind of stuff, it was blooming awesome. These are the days when your Warhammer and your game, and Games Workshop figures were made with lead. Remember that? Because lead was good. You see the other day, though, that apparently the Hadron Collider in Europe has actually changed lead into gold. You see that? The speed of the collider had actually caused it to add another. Is it another electron? I can't remember. It's a long time since we've done chemistry, but it's electron, proton. Well, anyway, whatever it did, it changed the chemical value and added 1 to its atomic weight, which effectively turns it into gold. That's going to put a whole new crimp on the old gold market, isn't it, if we could change lead into gold? I think it was a bit expensive to do so, though. I think we're talking because it costs a fortune, millions to do that, so not sure you're going to they'll get the return on turning lead into gold. But the fact that they did it was kind of amazing, so it just tells you that it can change the chemical density of something with that speed that they generate through the whole thing. Almost there. Can feel it. There it is. The layer. I love the way the characters look, though. So down the bottom, the middle of the screen there, that's your characters. So you can have a 1 or 2 player game as well. I didn't even know that. Yes, please. What's my keys? No, it's Evil Wizard. Yeah. Princess Wife. Yes. What's the keys? Easy. Caps, scroll, use mask, hit fire. Alright, okay, got it. Food, bottles, usual stuff. That's him firing. We need to fire at that. There's a key. Yeah, it's a very gauntletty type experience. Yeah. But this is a budget title, so you've got to give it credit for being a budget title. Pretty good for a budget title, realistically. Well, I thought it was pretty good for a budget title. There's the generators there. Get some armour. You need a map to you need a map to do these properly. It's one of those games that needs a map, but it had that. But as I say, you're getting a value for money from here. You bought this as a title from Mastertronic with your pocket money. You are absolutely getting a steal here. And there's no colour clash either, I noticed. Nicely done from the developer. Programmer back in the day. That opens that door. That's me spinning around like a maniac. Yes. A knight over there. There's the machines there. That's pretty good. Not a bad little game to end on. As I say, probably, Stormbringer, a brilliant game, but this, just a nice one to finish on. Anyway, I've been your host, RealGenericDemon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, because that kind of makes me feel happy when people subscribe. It does. I like it. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.